That is going down so well so far as we knock it out the park. It's the brand new one from Damian Marley with Medication. Medication, am I saying it right? I mean, this is his latest offering, and it comes at a time where he hasn't put out an album for a while.
Yeah.
And now we have Stonehill,
Yeah.
which is coming out on the 21st of July, and this song that you feature Stephen Marley on is going to be on that album.
Yes.
And what is it, 12 years of no album? Yeah?
Well, 12 years of no solo album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, the timing of it all, I mean, what's that all about?
Well, I've been doing work on a lot of other things. I mean, you had mentioned earlier Distant Relatives. That's an album that we did in the meantime. I also did a project with Mick Jagger and Dave Stewart and A.R. Rahman, Just Stone, called Super Heavy. And I produced a few compilation albums on behalf of our label. So we've been doing work and putting out music, but just like I say again, not a solo project,
What's the one thing that excites you the most about this album that's coming out now in July?
Just the fact that I've been working on it for a while now, and I'm excited about the music, and just excited to see what everyone thinks, really,
Yeah. And what is your understanding of the world? I mean, in your view, are things getting better or are things getting worse?
Things always have a positive outlook. Things are always getting better, regardless of what. We always look forward better.
Yeah. Right.
Now, I'm sure because you one of Bob Marley's younger sons, a lot of people who love his music and the life he gave the world probably use time when they speak to you to also talk about him. What do you say about your dad in those conversations?
Well, I mean, I'm proud to be his son, and he's a part of my life, a part of who I am, and I've grown to be. Learn a whole lot from his music, just likewise a lot of people from where I come from and the world over. So I will always be a Marley, and I will always be proud of that, for sure.
How often do you meet with the other Marleys? I mean, you have a lot of brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
And what do you guys eat when you're all together?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's the vibe like,
Well, we see each other quite often. Maybe not all of us together at once, but we will always have a few of us in town at any given time. So we're always together as a family.
And who are you closest with?
Well, I would say probably I spend a lot of time with Steve and Julian because of the fact that we do a lot of music together and that kind of thing,
Yeah.
All right. Now, it's interesting because those dynamics sometimes don't come off through your music. Sometimes it comes off because, for example, like you're saying, the assumption is you spend more time with Stephen because you make more music.
Right.
But maybe you have another sibling that you share another type of bond with that we're not aware of,
Yeah, well, for sure. I mean, even my little brother, who is my mom's child, so not my father's child, him and I are very close. Likewise, my little sister on my mother's side. Me and Rowan, we're all very close in that kind of way. So I wouldn't even say who I'm closest with, more so to say that, again, who I spend the most physical time around would be Steve and Julia,
Must be something else to have to carry the Marley name, huh?
Not really. It's not
No pressure?
It's not something that I don't think about it unless I'm asked in an interview. It's not something that we
Like now.
walk around. So we don't really walk around thinking about that on a day-to-day basis.
What do you want to get out of South Africa? What do you want to... I mean, you probably travel a lot. You were in Paris now.
Yeah.
What do you want to get out of our country?
I don't know. I'm here to learn. I don't, that's the whole thing, is just to be here to experience the place and to learn. So,
Yeah. And you travel a lot.
From time to time.
Yeah. Tell us about some of the things that you've learned along the way in your travels.
Well, the most thing is that really we have a lot more in common than we do in difference as people. No matter where you come from, no matter which language or what culture, there's still a lot more that we have in common running through everyone,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'd like to take some calls. 089 110 3377. Anybody want to speak to Damian Marley, Junior Gong Marley? You can give us a call right now. He's going to be in Durban on Sunday at the Zakifo Music Festival. But tonight he'll give Johannesburg a taste of the magic out at Groove Life, in Newtown, former Baseline. So call us.